the outside. You remember that one?
Around the outside, around the outside. Welcome to 52 Topics with Francis Fiordolino. This show sponsored by The Mood Lounge. Check out The Mood Lounge on YouTube. This is our guest, Pedge, who is always here. A
That's right.
friend
Thank you,
of
Pej.
Francis's from back in the old days. Obviously, you guys love Pedge. He sent us over a little package. There's the shirt right there, Mood Lounge. Sent a bunch of stickers, too. So if you're watching, maybe you could scan this real quick. Can you scan that? See if it works. Scan that. I guess it takes you to the YouTube channel. Mood Lounge Show. Make sure to check out Pedge's show, Mood Lounge Show. Not really a sponsor, just making a joke, but he did send us a nice package, and we appreciate it. Let's say hi to some people, Frank. Oh, there we go. Frank, plug that one, too, while you're at it.
That's Shamrock Auto Brokers, New Hampshire. You need a car, you're looking for a car, that's for Southie in New Hampshire. He also is a contributor to the show.
Shamrock Auto, the luckiest auto shop in all of New Hampshire. Griffin Street, what's going on, buddy? $3.99 super sticker. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. That just reminded me. Thank you, Griffin Street, for that early donation, because I meant to make a point. Guys, do whatever you want. I'm not going to get mad at you. But don't send us like those jewels and all that other stuff. Like, only certain channels are picked to engage in the receiving of jewels and rubies or whatever. And I checked the studio, and we're not one of those channels. So if you're donating money in jewels or rubies, we're not going to get it. It's going to go to, I think, YouTube's charity of choice. I'm pretty sure that's what happens when money, because they still let money go through, but it doesn't go to the creator. So charity's good. I like charity, Frank, but maybe next time at the cash register when they ask you to round up for those little children's feeling sick, do you want to round up extra 39 cents to donate? Maybe say yes next time. You might have a better day because of it. La Regina Patrizia, Scully, Joseph Pistori, Glenn Weatherby, Cheech, Mimo, Matt, 6697, Sudes, Proletarian Scumbag, Scott H, None Your Business, The Great, The Powerful, The Amazing, Roro G, Middle Village, Proletarian, that is true. That's exactly where it goes. Tower King, what's going on? What's going on? Only a charity of your choice? Yes. Francis, that was long-winded. What's going on, man?
Nothing much, same old shit. Welcome everybody. We weren't here last Monday because somebody was at the Shy State.
Yes, I had to go to the Shawshank State for a couple of days. Not a pleasure trip. I had to go there for a couple of days. Flew in the morning, flew back the next night. Kind of something I had to do. So I did have to go to the Shawshank State, and it did delay that Ridgewood episode 8. But as soon as I landed back in Nueva York, I uploaded it to YouTube, and you guys got it at around midnight that night. I said, fuck it, it's ready. Let's put it out. So I put it out to our members, the season finale.
What did you guys think of our season finale? Anybody? Questions? Anything? We'll talk a little bit about that before we go to anything else. But I'm working on season 4. Season 4 is going to be... Thank you, Pro. Thank you. Season 4 is going to be a little different. You got to experience the inexperience I had as a kid, and making very bad choices that led to other bad choices. For example, me being in that situation to begin with was a bad choice, and then me going into the interrogation without a lawyer was an extra bad choice. So we could go on forever, you know what I mean? Or even going to get an espresso after my 13-hour interrogation. It was a long day. What can I say?
Brett, have you ever gone down the Cars for Kids rabbit hole? Speaking of charities, a lot of shady ones. 1-877 Cars for Kids, KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Hasidic Kids at Day Camp. 187. That's basically what it is. Yes, I've gone down that rabbit hole a little bit. Finally made the news recently. It's kind of been out there for a while. That like California sued them because what was the best dish at the Eagle's Nest? None of your business. No.
Their burgers was not when we were there. My brother, you know, not to get on him all the time, but Rice Ball kind of demolished that place. By the time I came back out of the Lamb, the only thing that was in there, my brother and his friend, my brother Joe and his friend, the Weasel, and my brother was getting drunk every night. He impregnated his girlfriend at the time, and he was going through a lot of shit. We were close, so he was going through my shit. But Bryce Ball, he was just a terrorist. He was going through his fucking bad shit with his wife. They were about to get divorced. A beautiful lady too. I mean, my sister-in-law was really pretty, and he kind of like fucked that up. But he was going down the rabbit hole, not the rabbit hole, the shit hole.
So is that something they were known for, their burgers, or is that just a personal favorite?
Yeah, they were there. They were there. So Carl Emma used to be their distributor. Carl Emma.
Oh, okay. Yeah, meats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So their main office was on Fresh Pond Road. Their main,
Yeah.
distributor. It was the biggest Carl Emma out there. They had this big roll of burgers.
That was where it was founded, if I'm not mistaken, right? We went down this history at one point. That's like the first one, or
I can't deny nor confirm.
I think
all
it's
I
in
know
that
is
area. I think so. But go ahead.
it was the biggest one. It was down the block where I live. 401's taxi was across the street from that, and I lived right in the middle of the block. So it was, they had all the German candies there. We used to go there as kids. The gummy bear was German. Then they had this Coca-Cola gummy. It looked like a Coca-Cola bottle.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one too. But anyway, get back to the burgers at the Eagles desk.
Those are big everywhere. Those are big in proletarian land too. Those
Well, yeah, it's like kind of Swedish.
sour, salty gummies and shit like that.
Right, the fishes.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess where do the Swedish fish come from? Bulgaria?
There you go. Czechoslovakia.
Yeah, the Shy state.
Came from Czechoslovakia.
They come from Port St. Lucie. Anyhow, back to like the burgers. So they started selling the burgers, and they should have did that to begin with. But Frank said, you do have Puerto Rican nephews, Costa Rican nephews and nieces. Absolutely. I have Colombian nephews and nieces as well.
He wasn't asking, by the way. He was asking, not accusing, by the way.
No. They're great. They're good kids. Was what I haven't seen them in 20 years or heard from them. But when I left them, they were doing fine. So we'll leave it at that. But back to like the Eagles nest, they used to get this, and I think they used to use white cheese on a thick burger, fat but not wide but thick, and onions, the grilled onions, and people used to just come from everywhere. I mean, when we opened that and the place was fucking going downhill, my brother was just done with my brother Phil's stupid shit.
Yeah.
And my uncle actually told him, go back to the coffee shop. Don't even go over there, because they were ready to kill each other. And he wanted to turn it into like the neighborhood Creashies. Phil did, where he could stay in the bar, have a cognac, and say hi to everybody. You know what I mean?
I think we got to call John Taffer. We need some bar rescue up in there.
Oh, yeah, bar rescue is definitely needed.
Why are you drinking? Put the drink away.
Yeah, my poor brother Joe, he was putting him through the ringer. And then my uncle didn't help by raising the rent. He raised the rent like fucking, they were paying like it was a dive. He had the both of them idiots fix the fucking place. My mother had to put the money, mortgage her house, to put the fucking money to help both these two retards, right? And then the next thing, listen, no, I'm serious. Next thing, what's our brother do? Raises the rent on them. They were paying $400. Not only you fix the fucking place, let me raise the fucking rent and make you pay $1,500 in 1993. So that's Uncle Cheech. Swell guy, real good. We could go about them the whole fucking day.
So who was cooking? Who was cooking in there? They
like this fucking borderline. He was good cook, little Puerto Rican guy, but you could tell like a lot of cooks have the this problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but he was a good cook, but it wasn't working out. I blame it a little bit on myself too. I put a lot of strain on both of them. What the fuck did he do now, right? Well, I'm in fucking sunny California, but we'll get to that. That's episode 4.
So they had a good burger, guys. They had a good.
Not them. They didn't, but they started trying to do that to bring back the old customers.
Oh, so the old place did. Oh, I'm confused.
Yeah.
So your brothers didn't have a good burger.
No, they didn't have that burger.
Had a prior reputation of having a good burger.
Listen, when I came back, I was like, I started helping my brother out. And people come from like all over the United States.
Right.
but not at one time. They were like, I remember 40 years ago, we live in wherever, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, and I remember the burgers. I was like, oh, yeah, I don't think you're going to remember them after I'm done with them, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
But, but, but it was just a fucking, we could have did a lot with that place, but we weren't we were good bar customers, not bar owners. So it was pretty fucked up. It was the beginning of the chicken wing stage. They were a little bit in there, but 2-3 years we could have did a lot with that.
Yeah, that's wild. We think of like buffalo wings, chicken wings. It's so normal today, but it really wasn't not that long ago. It didn't
what
really explode in the
what I
culture.
personally introduced to the fucking neighborhood was karaoke. So I was in the West Coast where karaoke was a thing for. I didn't come in singing. Karaoke was a thing for a minute. So in the West Coast. So when I came here, I go, hey, why don't you get a fucking karaoke guy? My brother Joe was like, well, I don't know. There's one guy I used to be in a band with. That's what he does now. He's a karaoke guy. I said, well, how much does he fucking want? He goes like 150. I go, fucking get him. You pack your place. And on Wednesday, it became fucking Giannini's Jr. After Giannini's was closed, I had everybody in there. From you name it, they were in there. Paul, Fabio, everybody. It was like a new thing. The chicks were there. A lot of people were there. Of course, a couple of people got fucking bottles hit over their heads. I think Barlow even made a special appearance a couple of times. So just because we had the best night on a Wednesday in Ridgewood. But that was honestly, because of me. That's the pros. I also bring the cons. Um, it was a major fuck up. But back to your burgers, yeah, I mean, people would come from everywhere. They were a good burger. Anybody remember the Eagle's Nest burgers? Dude, the Nazis made good burgers. That's where they come from, Domenico. Hamburg. It's not called Hamburg for no fucking reason. You got anything to say?
No, I'm just what's up, Tom? Basta. You guys check out Tom's interview with Jimmy Easy. If you guys haven't checked that one
Jimmy
out.
Pistachio.
I did like how Tom did ask him an interesting question about that I liked, which was in reference to I guess somewhat of a level of insecurity being a Cavalcanti. Like he didn't take you seriously, like, oh, you're in Brooklyn, this is the Gambino, this is Colombo, whatever. And then, I thought that was a really good question. So check that out.
Totalitarian has a good question. That's aimed at my Uncle Cheech. That's a really, really good question.
Yeah. Squeezing your own family for maximum dollars when you're already rich is crazy.
He didn't have to anymore. He had a whole bunch of fucking video. He already screwed Rice Ball over. He was supposed to give Rice Ball his share in the Joker Poker machines, to get away from Baldo. He was like, well, you know what? You come with me. So this is what he did. So what does he do instead? He starts going through the process of making his kids. And I'm going to be honest with you, but neither one of them was mob material. Good money guys, probably CEOs in companies, college futures, all that, but not in that life, and for the right reasons, not for the wrong ones. Who the fuck wants to be in that life if they got money anyway? It's not like I'm putting them down. Oh, you don't have what it takes to be a gangster. It's like, why the fuck would you be in that fucking life if you got enough to give a head start? And they're both one's more intelligent than the other. The other one does not know the fucking life. I mean, he even invited his sister-in-law to his fucking kid's wedding, and we could talk about that. All members only tomorrow.
AP Rocks. Good evening from the Boulevard of Death. Yes, Queens Boulevard, the Boulevard of Death. Francisco Hornet is MIA. He is a moderator in Jimmy Easy's channel. Maybe they gave him a membership. Possibly. I did hear he was a moderator over there, so I guess he's got better things going on, huh?
Shout out to P-Town Patsy. Shout out.
I went to Eagles Nest late 70s, early 80s. Great burger. Shout out to me. He says he wants a Cadillac Frank story.
Yeah, I mean, there was one content creator who used to stick fucking ink pens in his washing machine and be a sneaky motherfucker, picking spots because that wasn't cool. But Yeah, we could get into that. Our members only as well.
Mimo says, Frank, so do you think your cousins make good 2026 mob guys? They sound ideal for today's mob.
I don't really want to get into active shit, but I'll tell you this. I will tell you this. I I will say this. It seems like these days that a lot of real guys, turn the other way for a fucking pay cut, which is not what Cosa Nostra is for. So you can talk about me being a rat all day, but when they talk about somebody you don't want to talk about or fucking invite to your wedding, you just give an envelope to somebody and then they'll look over it. That's what that's about. But we could get onto that tomorrow. Tomorrow we could talk about this on members only.
Super Villain MC, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Clifton, hey Brett, you know why I'm not getting notifications for the show? That would probably be a function of YouTube. I mean, usually what you can do is click off the notification bell and click it back, or even unsubscribe, subscribe, and then click it back. I don't know. It's just like a weird YouTube thing. It's like a never-ending complaint from people, regardless of what channel it is. So maybe you can do that. That's what I hear that you can do. Maybe just like reset your bell. So tomorrow we have a good guest on members only, right? The doctor is coming by.
We have the doctor with us tomorrow, James Bucciolato.
Right.
And when James is on here, we don't need. Shit. I guess we get sidetracked by other stuff, but we never talk about his family, especially he has a relative of his that was married, which is the mother to the president of Italy, also Castello Medici. And we never talk about the Mattarella family. Piersante, he got killed in the 80s. And kind of like they're very intertwined in the story, very similar vicariously with the Kennedys. That was some even say he was made, Bernardo Mattarella. And very good friends with Joe, anybody in my town, Joe Bonanno, whatever. Then there's Piersante, and then there's Sergio, the other son. Piersante gets killed for like the sins of his father. Then you have JFK, you know what I mean? And then you have Sergio becomes the president and becomes an anti-mob guy due to they killed his brother, you know? So we'll talk about that shit too.
Also Kennedy-esque, you know?
Very Kennedy-esque. Very Kennedy-esque.
Everybody's asking about Tom. Tom was here a few minutes ago. He came in and said, what's up? Frank bombing of Rapido 904, 23rd December 1984. Any idea? But we're also we can get back to that guest line, but we're also going to you also want to talk about some other criminal stuff, serial killer stuff, because, he is, after all, a criminologist, a professor, an author, an advisor on various programmings.
He's from the
top. So he's a serious guy, So we have him on to ask him about all aspects of crime, from serial killers to gangs to whatever else. And he's definitely a favorite of the audience, I would say.
Yes,
Tom is here. Tom is here. So we're gonna talk about that. If you guys, there's anyone that you want us to talk about tomorrow on that show, you guys could throw names out there. We could throw some back and forth. Some New York ones, some whacked out ones, maybe some low key ones that no one really talks about. We can get into that with Bucciolato. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about everything Frank talked about. And then we'll step outside the mob a little bit and we'll talk about some really sadistic people. What comes to your mind when you even hear that term serial killer? Is there like a face that pops in your mind?
I can't believe I was in the presence of many in my life, but they were different. They were the crime on crime serial killer. And what I mean different is you got to be a real fucking special kind of piece of shit to just go fuck with people that you never knew in your life that are going through kind of something to get them in your car for fucking $5 and then fucking ripping their organs out. This is different from having a guy who just gets on your nerves because he's trying to take money away from you in a criminal business sense. I'm not saying it's right, but there's definitely a difference between a mob serial killer and the regular serial killer. You know, those that go
Well,
town to town or
I
whatever.
think you would just not be able to classify him as a serial killer. You'd have to come up with something else.
I agree. Maybe a terrorist.
Mm.
You know, because he's thinking he's doing good for his organization. There's no higher, you know, just him and then God after that. But
Yeah, it's kind of a never-ending conundrum, you know. I mean, there's like two or three
100%.
guys that people call serial killers in the mob, but whether they are, you know, who knows? I mean, you know, because right, so the regular serial killers that we think of, they're getting a gratification, a satisfaction from it, right? But if you're in the mob, why are you killing? To maintain your
Status.
satisfactory lifestyle, your money, your rackets, your so if you really go deep into it, maybe it is somewhat the same. I mean, everybody's satisfaction, gratification is different.
Look, the mob is full of vices. Most guys have some kind of vice. And I actually believe, being around a couple of these guys, some of their vices were just on the way they lived their life. Um, not going on and go out all the time, weren't womanizing like some other people. Went home and took this thing to another level. This thing they call our thing. That killing was there, and if they didn't do it or get it once in a while, they always were looking for an Italian term, the hair on the egg. They were looking for the hair on the fucking egg all the time. So they were looking for somebody to fucking fuck up, basically, so they can kill them. There was definitely those guys. You know, there was definitely those guys, and I mean, I basically felt very weary around certain people at times, knowing what they were capable of doing. You know, I have a couple of friends of mine who classify as that ex friends of mine. Let me get that shit straight. That classify in that category. But I'm like, I don't know. They because they just got over that threshold. Now, if they were out on the streets for longer, they would have had more bodies. But would they still be serial killers, or would they just be fucking mob killers? Not hitman, but mob killers. Because
Right.
that hitman term, there's no hitman in the mob.
How
You
many
get in
bodies do you
trouble.
have to be a serial killer? I think it's three over a
I thought it was
span of
two.
I don't know what the timeline that they're what that span is, but I'll look it up real quick. Serial killer three or more.
I mean, we're gonna get into like Brian Kohlberger. He's not a serial.
So a serial killer is legally and criminally defined as an individual who commits three or more murders in two or more separate events over a period of time. So there has to be a cooling off period. And like I said, it's three or more in different incidents. So like you have like mass killers, you have spree killers. Well, they'll just bang it out in like a couple of days or whatever, something like that. I think John Muhammad might be considered the spree killer, the DC snipers. I
He
think
might.
I'm
I
not
don't know.
sure. I'm
I
not
don't know
sure.
what's the time frame of a spree killer, but yeah, maybe. Like Brian Kohlberger is a spree killer. That's if he never killed.
I don't think he would be a spree killer. I think he's just a
What do you mean? He killed four people in a.
no, it has to be like in a short period of time where there's no cool off period. But in separate events, you know?
He did it in the same day.
No, it has to be separate events with like not really a cool off period for a spree killer, I'm pretty
Well, he's a
sure.
mass killer.
So John Al Muhammad, Marksman, who became one of the most notorious spree killers in American history. Yeah, so he's doing this from October 2002. So they had a 3 week killing spree. So over
Oh, I
this
forget this
period
guy.
of 3 weeks, with no cooling off period, essentially, they murdered a bunch of people. So that's a spree killer. I know this gets all like technical and shit. Frank left. This gets all like tactical and shit. I'm
I'm
pretty
back.
good on it, but obviously there's things we could always brush up on.
Yeah, and see, to me, what like qualifies as a serial killer? Somebody who kills within, like you said, a length of time, and all that other stuff, and basically the victims don't know each other really well, and the suspect don't know the perpetrator doesn't know the victims as well.
Yeah, mass shooters. Yeah, then you have the whole mass shooter thing. Kohlberg considered, yeah, and then Kohlberger is a mass killer. So it's all like, now Kohlberger, I would say probably definitely has like serial killer qualities in him. I would say. Um, I mean, if this were the 70s, he'd probably do it a lot more.
Oh, if you're
But
gonna get, yeah, there's no doubt in my mind he gets away with it. He kills again.
right, why ain't you motherfuckers not hitting the thumb? Get to it right now, please,
Hit
please.
the
Thank you.
thumb. Hit the
On
thumb on
Psycho,
the sword.
Scott LaRock. Killers in the mob overrules, break the rules, and die. Some are killed over lies, but I don't believe you can call a mob's killer
A serial killer.
serial killer. The man may have killed outside the mob. He could be.
I
Well,
do
what is
feel
outside the mob?
I,
Because when you murder a bunch of associates or business affiliates, I mean, when you murder a business affiliate, that's not even a mob associate. He's only a mob associate because you have a business on the side with him, which would make him a mob associate. But he's not traditionally a mob guy. If you kill a bunch of guys like that, I mean, that's a little weird.
then you're the Iceman. He kills people that fucking, he's picking spots and not mob. That's just no. That's just a sick person. Chad, what's up, my man? What's up? Football season soon, Mr. Chad. Get ready.
I think a lot of serial killer mob now is overblown. If you look at Scarfo, besides Sal Testa hit, Scarfo's killing guys for not following. Yeah. I would not necessarily be quick to put Scarfo in a serial killer category necessarily. We could look into that. What's OJ considered? A murderer, a double murderer.
Yeah, he's a spree killer, I
No, he's
guess.
not considered anything. Actually, he's innocent. Sorry, OJ. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Wherever you are, Mr. OJ.
But if
Frank,
I
what's your
did,
favorite pizza, Middle Village?
Fortunato's was pretty good. I like Roses, but I like the Roses on Fresh Pond better for some reason. And there was this one by the Ariane movie theater in Middle Village. I think it was named Carlos. Carlos,
Carlos.
like Spanish Carlos Pizza, and that was where Jam Run Pharmacy used to be, right next door. I like that pizza. That pizza was very good.
Oh, Matt just reminded me. You are correct, man. I have to give away memberships.
I know. Where's Francisco Horner?
He's not here. He's probably moderating somewhere. What a guy. He gave up on us. He gave up
Well,
on
then
us.
he ain't gonna get the
He
fucking.
was
I
getting
don't need to
more
be.
love somewhere else. That's okay. We
He's a
always welcome
moderator,
you. We
so
always welcome you back
I can't blame him. I was ready to go all
with
out and
open
start
arms.
screaming, Rudy, Rudy.
So let's give some memberships. Whoa, hey now, relax now. What's going on? Oh, I
Johnny
know what just
Brusca.
happened. I know what just happened.
What's up, football?
This is the annoying thing when I fucking don't do this. Makes for bad television. All right, I have to sign in over here onto my other YouTube account. Then we'll give out the memberships. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 10 memberships to give out. 10.
How many people we got here so far before we do this?
Yeah, give me a second. I'll let you know in a second.
Let's have enough people here before we give out our blood. I'm working on season 4, okay, everybody? Which is gonna be, I'm just gonna tell you right off the start. It's gonna be mostly 86. Nah, we need more people.
All right. Whatever it is, I just gotta set it up though.
Oh,
One
yeah.
second, ladies and gentlemen. I'm setting this up. If you're not a member, you will have a chance to be one.
I did say hello, Bean Tom Patsy. What's up, my man? Sure. Yeah. Let's bring JC so he could tell some of the whoppers. Man, I was kind of happy when he flipped the script on all of us because then I could call him out on his fucking bullshit. I'd have to fucking listen to this guy.
This is a nightmare.
What happened? Frank goes to the West. Cheat, I go to West, but it's mostly first four episodes it's gonna be mostly about the Fabio kid, but what's going on with him, but his little entourage too of Clemenza Shalara and at times Anthony Christopher. They're doing a lot of stuff. They opened up a place in Manhattan that had. By the time I come back from the Lamb, the place is gone, and they end up burning it down. So we'll talk about that without giving so much up. They're by the World Trade Center, and he opens it up right after I leave, about 93 February. The only reason on March, because the only reason I know that is because what was the first attack on the World Trade Center? 93 March.
93, yeah. I don't recall the month off the top of my head, but 93.
I remember they were telling me Goodfella Pizza. That's right. They were opening up the joint, and they hear this big fucking explosion. Blah, boom. They go, what the fuck is that? You know? Some motherfuckers put a fucking U-Haul van. They ended up killing 6 people, believe it or not. Right underneath the basement of the fucking thing. They wanted to knock the whole building down.
All right, so let's give 5 memberships away, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, we're going to give 5 memberships away. Let's give them out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
52
Here
top.
we go.
Beantown Patsy, Sean, Itty Bitty, David Lopez, Dave.
Go Mets, baby. Go
Itty
Mets.
Bitty Nita, David Lopez, Sean, Beantown Patsy, and Dave.
Sean got one? Sean got one?
Yeah.
Nice. Maybe.
All right, so let's give the other 5 away. Let's just get it out of the way. Let's send 5 now. Let's see, and
I bet he gets it now. Since he's not here.
They're off. Sonny Russo, Super Big Exotic, Rob Rankle, Muggsy Siegel, Dominic 1687. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for accepting our gift. Or don't accept it. Shove it up your ass. So, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. You have your memberships. Francisco Horna, I don't think he's ever going to get a membership. But that's
He's busy.
That's okay. He's busy. He's moderating. He's got things going on. We understand.
Yeah.
We understand. Anything more on the serial killer stuff? If you guys who are members, who just got one, or whatever it may be, Sonny Russo got one. If there is 2 or 3 of these individuals that you want us to bring up with Dr. James Bucciolato, he would definitely be a good person to talk about this stuff. As you guys, you know his credentials. So if there's anyone you want us to key in on, maybe 2 or 3, you'll let us know, and then we're going to move on to the next topic. Frank, was Fabio and Anthony's fathers alive when they cooperated? How does that work out?
Yes. Yeah, they were. Fabio's dad was in jail still, serving 15 years in prison. So he gets locked up in 95. That comes up, like, I think maybe 6 months or 6 months after that. So when he flipped maybe 2 or 3 years after that. 2 years, I believe. So yes, I believe he's still alive. Now Anthony's dad is not, and Anthony's dad was still alive. Yes, correct.
Okay. Cheech says, what does James think about the Idaho 4? Very, very good one. Very good one.
That's something we're going to talk about. I watched the. Yeah, Frick wants he wants to take his plea back. Don't work like that, scumbag. What'd you think jail was going to be?
What am I writing on here? Okay. Yeah, Idaho 4.
Nita got a membership. Yeah, I like Nita. Maybe she could come on.
Yeah, she's cool. For shizzle. What does James think about the Idaho 4? So that's good. So we'll definitely go into that one. We'll go into his opinions on the case, and we'll go into what he thinks about this guy wanting to take his fucking guilty thing back. What a moron.
Yeah. You know what it is? He doesn't have a voice. That would have given him a voice, and then he figured it out. When one of the sisters fucking on Victim Impact just told him basically who he was, and nobody who wanted to be a somebody, and you're just a fucking loser, and look at you right there, stand just like the loser that you are. You're pathetic. You thought you were going to get away with it, and if my sister was alive, she would have fucked you up. Alive, not alive, but my bad, awake. He just was a fucking piece of shit. I just watched that fucking. It was a 3-part series, 40 minutes each, and it was very heart-wrenching, but especially for the families. You know, you send your kids to fucking college. This ain't organized crime. The last thing, the last thing you fucking expect is this fucking tragedy, atrocity, garbage. I hope he fucking gets stomach aches and loses all his teeth and just fucking the worst that could happen to him. Dies a slow death. Fucking piece of shit. Has the balls to want to fucking the audacity to want to fucking take back his plea so he could get a trial and then he could talk about how he did it and he becomes important again. You understand how his mind thinks? This is what a sick bastard this guy is.
That
They
could very
should.
well be what's motivating him. Yeah. Yeah. Sick. Frank, Harlem Romeo has a question. I think we know the answer there.
Yeah, we had dinner the other night. He was saying, "How's everything? How's life in the WITSEC program? Are you good?" Yeah. Just go outside so
You
I
got
can.
one of them Iceman poison cheeseburgers when you were out.
Yeah. Try to veal in this place. I heard it's really good, Vito.
you know. Frank, in the last Ridgewood episode, did you say you had family relatives who were members living in California? Sorry if I misheard that.
You heard absolutely right. Yes, we'll talk about that too. Okay, I'll put that out. I had a cousin. He's the oldest cousin. I'm the youngest cousin because my father was the youngest and his mother was one of the oldest. We're 30 years apart, and he was a member of the Bonanno family. His name is Joe Pizzo, Giuseppe Pizzo.
Yeah. We have a photo of Joe Pizzo, by the way. Yeah, we'll put it up tomorrow, but we also posted it on our community post. If you go way back in our community post, you got to go pretty far back. You'll see a photo.
If you listen to my show, he's also my godfather, but he's also a godfather to a current Bonanno. He was a current Bonanno made member who served 30 years. That's a trivia question for you guys to figure out. He was really good friends with his dad.
Yo, Frank and Brett, are you guys going on Dom's Wise
Guy cruise for
Are
gays.
you lying about that?
It's gonna be great.
Is that true?
It'll be fun. We could do the electric slide.
Oh,
The
wait, hold on a
shuffle.
second. Is that true? Did you hear that?
Yes. Harlem Romy. I was just fucking around. I wasn't being funny about. I was just like joking. Yeah, that would be a good idea for me.
No more memberships. Oh well, I'm still a fan of this channel and pro.
At least you're not somewhere else. This motherfucker. Thank you for being here. I appreciate
We
that.
appreciate you, this motherfucker.
All right, so you're pro-gay.
We appreciate you, man.
All right, so you're pro-gay.
I don't.
So nice. I said it twice.
Yeah. Dave says, Frank, how is Howie doing? I haven't seen him in a while. To my knowledge, he's doing well. But he obviously hasn't been in the scene for a minute. But if I know Howie, he's doing good. Believe me, he's probably watching too.
Listen, it's obviously I've spoken to Howie a couple times. So I don't know him as well as like you or Gunsmoke or whatever it is, but like this thing is like generally like not a healthy place, you two. So like people like definitely not being on here sometimes. I could totally hear that.
You gotta have thick skin. You gotta have thick skin.
No, and even in general, like a lot of this stuff is just like so fucking. It'll start getting to you, and it's just like I've had a couple of crash outs on my time. I've made a cringe I'm quitting YouTube community post once or twice, Yeah, I don't know if that's why. He's probably has better things going on, but it's just there's so many people with good stories, and it's like it's been said before, and they don't always want to come on here because look at all the stuff you have to deal with a lot of the times, But whatever, that's whatever. That's just something that I think about sometimes. Lucy Pizziola. So I swear on everything, Dom's really having a wise. I mean, that's fucking crazy.
In the Navy.
Wise gay cruise, proletarian says. A cruise. Okay, I mean, listen. What are you gonna do? You could go on the cruise, I guess. That guy that killed that couple in the park in Arkansas and also a teacher is probably a serial killer. He's suspected of several other murders. The guy that killed the couple in the park in Arkansas
I remember
Oh, that weird dude. What the fuck was that about?
who knows? But
He's
yes,
suspected of other murders, huh? What the fuck is with that? I don't even want to bring up his mugshot because it's so fucking bizarre. He looks like a feral psychiatric fucking patient.
looks like one of the Whitakers.
Yeah, just like, I don't know what the fuck happened. Frank, you have any relatives in Montreal? What's up, Paul Boyle? What's up, buddy?
I have friends in Montreal, but I haven't talked to them. I don't know if they want to be my friends anymore, but back in the day, I did. Yeah, Montreal was an option for me to go on the lam.
Yeah.
The only
Better
problem was I
Better
could
off.
fly into Montreal. I had to go into fucking up there in Rochester,
Mm.
and then from there they had to figure a way to get me in there.
Yeah, fuck that. Hello, Frank. Blessings from Lloyd. Thank you, Larry Hart. Blessings back to you, buddy, on the great Long Island.
I love women. I love Canadian women. They're just something about them, especially on the West Coast, up in fucking British Columbia, Vancouver. I mean, I met a Hell's Angel sister one time. She was really hot. And she was up in New York fucking taking. See, the Hell's Angels used to do shoots for their girls, for Playboy. And a friend of mine, he was a lieutenant, they call him, in the Hells Angels. They used lieutenants. And he introduced me to, she was really nice, sweet. And then, of course, being on the West Coast, I get to meet a lot of British Columbians. British Columbians. They're Colombian people with accents, with English accents. Was the way.
Brian Bosek. Yeah, I don't know, Bosek. I don't know. It seems like a full-time job, or at least like a really intense side hustle. Queen's Dugout. Ooh, what's going on, my man? What's going on? The Wise Guy Cruise. Yeah, I mean, I didn't hear about that one.
Willibrand. Frank, I'm an ex-Navy, and that song was embarrassing. The Village People song.
Was Pizzo in
Shout out
Arizona?
What happened?
Sorry,
Was
go ahead.
Pete-
Go ahead.
No, he was a Southern California transplant. Yeah, in the Navy song. Shout out to the Navy, baby. Yeah, no, I know. A lot of Navy people don't like that song.
YouTube success rate is like, yeah. It's it's not easy to make content. That's for sure. I stepped away. Who was the last creator to crash out? No, nobody crashed out. I was just talking generally, Tom. People asking about Howie or whatever, and I don't even know how he's in a way, but obviously he was on more, so I don't know. But I was just making a point that sometimes it doesn't pay to always be on here, regardless if you have a good story and you have good things to share with people that are valuable to people that are interested in this type of stuff. Sometimes it's just not worth it. And the crash out thing, I would think I was talking about myself. Like, I've had moments where I don't want to fucking do this bullshit. I put up a community post maybe once, maybe twice, but I think once. I'm done with YouTube. Fuck this. Oh, boom, boom, boom.
Do you make a fucking show about it? I've had enough. Thank you for the memories.
No, I didn't.
My
Wouldn't make
way
a
playing
show.
in the
I don't think
background.
I'd make a show about it, but I definitely had a couple of embarrassing community posts over my time on YouTube, and
People, it's been real, but I just can't take it no more. And it's real. And then you'll get the My Way song in the back, cigar, Sergio Tacchini, haircut for the show. She gets old.
I noticed that in my life, anytime I've done something like that, it's like when I leave a bad review for a restaurant, like I get embarrassed like 10 minutes later and I just delete it. It's like, why am I even going to be? I'll just never go back. I don't need to talk about how bad the fucking food was. Like, I don't care. I'm not John
They
Taffer.
retired as Sergio Tacchini.
I hate bad reviewers. You ever go on fucking Google and you look at someone's bad review and then you click on their profile and everything they do is bad? Everything is a bad review? Ugh. Imagine being that person. All right.
Lisa Pizzatos, yeah, she knew. Well, yeah, well, that would be Anthony Aiello.
YouTube is cool in all the ways on you, Harry. Financially, it's really yeah. I prefer creators who regularly do quality videos, as opposed to regularly releasing shit. Yeah. Yeah. So,
check out Gaslight. He put out a couple of nice little prerequisite videos for his up and coming movie. Did I send them to you?
Yeah, but I don't know if those are public. I don't know if that's a private link. I don't know what that is. You got to ask him if he wants that out there. It sucks when people just lift info from other creators and don't even think to credit. That happens a lot too in research. That
My
definitely
bad.
happens a lot.
My bad.
No, I'm sorry. I just didn't know.
I didn't know I fucking let out the masterpiece. You know what I mean?
I don't fucking know. Some people they send people links fucking privately. I have
Yeah,
to
look
check
at how you did
something,
a pretty good job.
Francis. Can
Huh?
you read a couple of comments? I have to check something here
Yeah,
really
of
quick, and then
course.
we can get to the next topic. We're going to be discussing an article. This is another thing I want to start doing more on the show. This news archives are very valuable at times. A lot of cool, interesting articles from back in the day, little exposés, all types of stuff. So I have like hundreds of fucking PDFs of archives of news stuff that I've saved, and one of them in particular pops up for me every once in a while. And we're going to talk about one that was written in 1987 out of the Daily News. And we're going to talk about that in a few. We're going to go into that in a few minutes. I might have something to do with the article. We're going to get into it. And yeah, we'll get that. We'll get into that in a minute. So, anything else with Dr. James tomorrow?
Probably not Ron Howard, the serial killer from Happy Days now. Cuttingham.
Somebody mentioned Cottingham,
Cuttingham.
the torso killer, the Times Square killer.
Yeah. What was if Richie Cunningham was a serial killer?
Richard. Yeah.
Okay, he says, "Oh fuck, those are unlisted. I'm not entirely prepared to be shit on for using Nerf guns in the videos, but I'd be willing to take feedback. That isn't pissy. No. We'll wait when you're ready. There, guess.
Brett, when we get some New York City crime stuff videos, that Lilo video you do, the Lilo Brancato when I went to the Bronx, is that the one you're talking about? I have a whole list, but like, it's just, I don't know, guys. I have a bunch of spots. I have a bunch of things in mind, but
Chuck
it
Barrett.
seems like sitting behind your desk and not leaving your house and talking about this does better for some people. So it's like the payoff is not always there. I don't know. I've been trying to build my Instagram, which is working out pretty well. So I'll be honest with you. One of the reasons why the YouTube is because I'm trying to build my Instagram as well, which I've built it up pretty good I've only been taking it seriously for like a couple months. Please follow me on Instagram, by the way. It's also another good way to contact me. So I think in about a month, probably less than a month, I'll have like 10,000 on there, which is fine. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's good. I only started taking it seriously a couple months ago. So I've been doing that. I've been chopping up a lot of my old stuff because there's a lot of people that don't know I exist, as much as it pains me to fucking say that. And they're finding me on Instagram, because that's just another platform that I've avoided. So people are finding me. And yeah, so I'll try to get my due over there, and then I got like I said, I got a lot of lists, I got a lot of things. I didn't listen to the John Alar one. No, I did not. I did not listen to that one yet.
Gaslight, I will. I definitely will. I did. You told me to do that last time. I did send them to Brett, and he's seen them himself.
A quote from Louis Casman about Joe Merlino. I don't know him. I never met him. I find him to be kind of strange. That's pretty funny. Your Nikki Black crime scene is classic. I saw it. Oh, thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, I've done a lot of like extensive fucking walking talks through the streets. A lot of them by myself. I don't fucking have an entourage. I'm not scared to walk around my own city. Don't need security regardless of what neighborhood I'm in. That's just how the fuck I roll. And hopefully, yeah, I'll bring you guys more. I will bring you guys more. Get out more. Yeah, dude. I mean, I do this. I work full time. I'm a married man. So it's a lot. It's the balancing.
It is. I wish I could do this every fucking day. Honestly, if it was worth it, I would do it. But I got a life. I got, there's things I got to do to take care of myself. Work, health plan, fucking car insurance, all that stuff. And I don't drive anything fancy because I can't afford it. But I don't complain. I like doing this. If I could do this and stay home all fucking day and go to the gym and work out and play basketball while my wife films it, or cook food, I do it.
Can we talk about the Puerto Ricans and numbers in the drug game? We can. I'm just like such a tourist when it comes to all that. Like I don't.
We had a lot of tough Puerto Rican. I think when Michael was here, Michael, the NYPD
I
cop.
mean, like I'll be honest. Like I am half Puerto Rican. I mean, you guys know that. My dad is from the South Bronx. Um, he comes from that era of the gangs in the South Bronx. That's what I want to do. Honestly, I want to actually.
That's a
I
good.
want to actually interview my father for my channel. You know, this is a guy who grew up around that violence, has been stabbed, has the scars to show it. His brother was murdered as a part of that gang life. My uncle David, his other brother, served a long time in prison because of that gang life. So this is kind of like there's a lot
And
of
your mom meets
interesting
these nice people.
there's a lot of interesting stuff. And when you hear all that Savage Skull nomads and all that, that's like my dad's brothers, like all those fucking type of dudes from the Bronx at that time. And you know, we never really went deep into it, but yeah, that's something that I'd like to talk to my father about. You know, fathers aren't around forever, you know.
That'd be great. That'd be a great episode.
Yeah. My dad was a union man his whole life. Yep. South Bronx, 10451, Fort Apache. Yeah. My dad grew up in Soundview, Brett. What about your dad? Where exactly in the South Bronx is my dad? You know what? I can't say exactly what neighborhood or what area for sure. I'm not gonna make something up. But probably around there for sure. But he left. He left by the time it was like 1970, 68, 69. He went to Brooklyn. He got away from that.
You went from one
So much so that I like only have known like a small handful of my Puerto Rican relatives in my life. Like they were literally cut out of our life. Let's put it that way. I have fucking aunts and cousins in the Bronx right now who I don't really know that well, but they're there.
I think it was his daughter. Am I right? Who dropped off Carmine Galante at Joe and Mary's? I'm taking a guess. I thought it was his daughter. I know his cousin was gonna meet him there. What was his name? And then he had a stomach ache. Remember that?
Presenzano?
Yes, he was supposed to be there. He was supposed to get whacked.
But then he died of like a heart attack a week later or something, right?
Yeah,
that happened?
Yeah. Yes, like a month or something.
I'm getting deja vu. I feel like the same thing happened.
What the? I don't know. Jimmy Gallant, James? I don't know. People mistake James Galante to his nephew with the guy from that documentary. That's not no relations. You know about the hockey one?
Yes, the hockey. They did that documentary. Yeah,
no relation.
Brett, is Renee as crazy in real life? I don't personally know her. I mean, I don't know Frank. Do you have any intel on?
She only bit me once.
You knew her ex a little bit, right?
Yeah, I knew him. She bit me once, but it was we let it
only
go.
Once.
Yeah, you know. Oh, Frank.
That's what happened.
Yes. Huh? You know, my father is. That's Staten Island. That's the Broads. That's all. They're the king of. You know who my father is.
Yeah, I certainly don't know. I don't know. I don't know the voice thing about it.
She used
to have a crazy Renee story. I can come on. Do you guys want Tom on? And Tom, we're going to bring up an article from '87 to talk about. Any stipulations before Tom comes on? Tom, can we get a little?
This is on you, dude.
We love you, buddy. We love you, Tom, but we also don't like hate comments.
Let's wait on the fucking trivia.
We don't like hate comments towards our buddy Tom. Can we get a little silence in the background, maybe just a little bit more? I don't want to be this guy.
I'd rather vote.
I don't want to be that guy, you know. I don't want to bring a baseball bat. You know, I you put me on 10 years ago. You know, you gave me the interview. I don't want to be that kind of guy, but you know.
Look, he says no, Tom.
Yes. No, Tom. Take a vote. Wow. We will use the democratic process. Okay, yeah, we're gonna put a poll up. That's what we're gonna do.
Let's do that. Tom,
should Tom, and then you could stay for the article too, Tom. We'll go through about 12 homicides right now. Should Tom come on in order to unpack? We have a very interactive show here, ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't know that. The number one is yes, and the number two is no. I also hate this too. I don't like this, but let's go. We're starting the poll right now, ladies and gentlemen. The poll is on the screen. Let's put it in the right-hand corner. Should Tom come on in order to unpack? Number one is a yes. Number two is a no. You have to type these numbers in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. You have to type these numbers in the chat. Gaslight Studios. There will be another homicide if she comes up. It's 50-50. Come on, people. Fucking vote, all right? I know nobody's voting over here.
You got to vote. They don't want their name being involved with it.
Oh, that's a good point. They don't want their names.
Of course.
Tom's gonna be like, I remember you. I remember when you didn't want me on the show that one time. Now I will not donate to your mother's liver foundation fund. That's how it happens, guys.
Do we vote?
I can't. I mean, I guess I could if I pull up my thing. I'm just too lazy to do it. I'll leave it to the audience. But Tom is just smashing it right now at 64%. I think we'll let this go. We won't let this go on too long. 67%. Tom is smashing it.
Tom
you can only vote once, Tom. You can only vote once. Can't cancel out your previous vote. I think Tom's coming on. Let's give it till 7:33. Let's give it till 7. Tom is at 69%. 65%. 65%.
I hate
Proletarian says he hates everyone here. New article dropping tomorrow by Proletarian. Look out on our community post.
We better start kissing Pro's ass now.
7:33 has yet to arrive, unless my clocks are wrong. Yeah, each farmer says 5150. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll treat him so bad.
End of Vita the Loca, baby.
732, ladies and gentlemen. Still 732. Tom is ahead at 65%.
Rest in peace, Franco Baresi. Yep. Soccer legend.
Yeah, let's give the history quote of the night, Gaslight, before Tom comes on. It is 7:33. So, ladies and gentlemen, we used the democratic process to vote whether Tom LaVecchia arrives on the platform tonight. He won. So we will get rid of this poll and we will drop the link for Tomas.
It wasn't even close. Surprising.
History quote of the night from Gaslight. This link is for Tom LaVecchia. I will be dropping it in the chat right now. So let's get the history quote. Let me get my voice ready. It is not a Nintendo game. It is a tough battlefield where people are risking their lives at all times. CENTCOM General Norman Schwarzkopf, 27th of February, 1991. Very nice. Very nice.
Gotcha.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now, Mr. Kenny Rogers. Kenny Rogers, how are you doing, sir? Now, is this the Yankee, one-time Yankee pitcher, Kenny Rogers?
No.
Islands in the Stream. Renee, they sang in a karaoke, Tom and Renee.
Okay, so how you guys doing? Why have an echo?
Hold on, you're echoing. Yeah, I don't know why
Always echo.
Hold on, let me see if I could see what's going on. Reduce background noise, echo cancellations on.
How about now? Should I do it from my phone?
What's going on here?
He's hiding in a box.
How about now?
Hello.
Yeah, you're echoing. You're still echoing.
Hold on. Do I have you? This is weird. Let me come back out.
Okay.
All right.
You still have the link?
The link. Why are we echoing now?
Are we echoing?
After he came on, we weren't echoing before.
What the fuck just happened, dude?
God damn.
Am I running?
You have any more good ideas?
Oh, shit.
Any more good ideas?
Yeah, you.
It was all good. It's all fucking and now we're echoing.
What good idea? Yo,
That's all good. We gotta come back on. What the fuck? I mean,
hold on. Echoing now?
no. Yeah. No. No echoing. So why when he came back on, it was echoing?
Am I echoing?
Now, yeah, now it's echoing. Somebody's echoing.
Is it me? What the fuck is
Okay,
going
let me
on?
get my fucking vote. 1. Was it a 1 or a 2? I'm mush. Yeah. Malo, fucking yeah. I can't hear you. You doing karate?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I don't know why I'm fucking echoing.
echoing.
Who the fuck knows?
He
All
might
right,
have
figure it out.
most of it. You know what? I'm gonna leave. I'll be right back.
right back.
Okay. All right. Okay, guys. I don't know. Listen, I'm not echoing. You guys hear me? Brett is echoing. Somebody's echoing, but no, you're good. You're good. No, nothing to be sorry about. Shit happens. Anybody got any questions? I'm all ears. Right now you're fine because it's just me. But yeah, I mean, but I'm not echoing though. I look bigger. That's good. Thank you, Sean. You're not so shabby yourself, my friend.
How about now?
Good. You're good.
All right. I don't know what that was, but Tom definitely caused it. But Tom, I'll give you the link again.
You're like a fucking tsunami.
I'll give you the link again because after all, people voted you in.
With you, my friend. Problems ain't everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I had to leave and come back. I don't know what happened.
All right, you ready for the trivia part?
Yeah, we'll see if Tom's coming back. All right, hit it with the trivia.
The Profaci family. Hey, Tom, what was the name of the Colombo family before? It's like the Profaci family.
Actually, I think it was the Profaci family, if I remember correctly.
The Profaci.
I think it was the Profaci family.
Can you have some queso?
Thomas. You
Where
grab
are
the
you?
link, Thomas.
Grab the link, Tommaso.
Okay.
In 8 years. Thanks, Steve B. The Mets will be good in 8 years. Valachi called them Profac.
They'll be good in 8 years.
The Profac family.
Hit it with the trivia. I gotta. Oh, here we go. He's back. He's back.
Look who's back.
Echo causer. What's going on, man?
Nothing. Can you hear me? Fuck. I'm out. I don't want to do
This
the show.
motherfucker.
Love you guys. Bye.
Love you too, buddy. All right, am I
That's
echoing
a
now?
good idea.
Hold on. This fucking guy. He
came
brought me
in
an
and
echo. This guy's got an echo virus.
He walks around like he's living in a cave. He's like Osama bin Laden.
I gotta get Anthony Fauci on the phone.
He's got fucking 18 kids in a cave.
Now I gotta leave. I'll be back.
He's
I
gonna
never
start
saw
doing
such a
fucking.
thing.
He's gonna start doing Dead to America fucking tapes.
Fucking Echo 19. I'll be right back. Echo 52.
And Osama bin Laden Vecchio. What the fuck? It's two things. What's he have in common with fucking with fucking homeboy over there? Osama.
All right, I'm back. That's wild. I never heard of something like that happen where somebody comes in echoing and they infect the host with the echo. That's fucking bizarre, dude.
It's called black catism.
Yeah, Matt, he's hanging out back there. He doesn't see anything. Yeah, I don't know. Very strange. So can you do the trivia, Frank?
Yes.
And I have to put my screen off for 1 second, but I'm here. Was
Wait,
Provenzano actually related to Galante? I never looked into it, but I don't think they were from Castellamare.
They were. I don't know Provenzano. Provenzano was a Castellammonese name. I know that, but I don't know if he was. But I've heard the last name. Around to my townspeople.
It's not your fault. I have never saw something like that happen. That's so weird. And we got
Yeah,
Matt,
me
who works for government intelligence. He can't
either.
explain it either. I'm kidding, Matt. I'm kidding. There's a vaccine for the echo. I don't know. I don't have Fauci on speed dial. We'll wait till his diary comes out. We'll find out about that. So Frank, hit us with the trivia. I'm going to turn my camera off for 1 second.
Will do. All right, first question. Ready, everybody? What was the name of Gacy's clown alter ego? Gacy's clown's alter ego. John Wayne Gacy. What was the name of his clown? His alter ego. Boo doo doo doo. Come on, help me out here, people. Wasn't Bozo? No. It was Pogo. J Mass. That is correct. J Mass. 1 point. All right. Victor Lustig earned a nickname as the. This is not all serial killers. This is just crime in general, true crime. Victor Lustig earned the nickname the man who sold the world after he sold this famous landmark twice. He conned somebody into buying this landmark twice. Victor Lustig. What landmark was it? And it wasn't a bridge to sell, okay? No, that's a good guess, Gaslight. Nope. Victor Lustig. He sold to 2 different people, and I'll give you a hint. That's right, the Eiffel Tower. Very good, Dominic. Domenico Santa. Very good. Domenico at 1 point. It's a great story. He was selling it, Cafe Giannini. All right, he was selling it because he went around all these scrap. The internet wasn't around, obviously, back then, and he went around all these scrap metal places and said, "Hey, look, they're gonna tear the Eiffel Tower down, and I'm the guy who's gonna put it together." So he gets about 10 different people in like this boardroom where they auction off who's gonna buy the Eiffel Tower when they knock it down. And they get all this fucking, metal, steel, whatever. And basically, he sold it to one guy, got him on the hook, and then came back and did the same swindle and sold it again. So, Victor Lustig, prime scumbag. All right, I got one for you. Which of these serial killers eventually turned themselves in? Bundy, Ridgway, the Green River Killer, Gacy, or Kemper, Edmund Kemper? Who turned themselves in? It wasn't Frank Ganji. Yeah, that's right. It was Kemper. Who got that one? Kemper, Gaslight. Very good. Okay, while in prison, who helped profile the Green River Killer? Who helped profile the Green River Killer while in prison? He was the best guy around. He was tall. It was Bundy, J-Mass. Very good.
I love the Creedence Clearwater song, Green River. That's a good one, right?
Green River, how's it go?
Some shit like that, right? The great John Fogerty.
I don't think he meant the river up in fucking Seattle.
Green River.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
What killer was ripping? Oh, you're echoing again.
I'm echoing? I don't hear an echo.
When I talk, it echoes. There's a lot of Green Rivers. That's right, Scott.
I don't hear you echoing.
What? I hear it.
Is anyone else hearing it? Because I'm not hearing it. Unless you got it on your phone or you got something on.
I don't know.
Yo, what the? This is StreamYard, dude. All right, Frank, you're gonna have to leave and come back.
All
You
right.
you got the Echo virus, Echo 52.
Well, next time let's invite everybody over so we get the echo, the hiccups, the blindness.
All right, guys. By the way, subscribe to the Mood Lounge when you today's sponsor. Please check out Pedge. I'm sure he'll be back on soon. Sent us the shirts, sent us a bunch of stickers, which I'm gonna have to put up around the neighborhood. It's all right. They don't arrest you for this anymore. They used to. They used to arrest you for putting a sticker up. Can you believe that? Unbelievable. Yep, Frank is booted from the family. Brett, did you hear about the black spades from your? No. This is something like I never like went deep with him asking him about. All right, what's going on? How are we looking now? You guys let us know if there's any more Echo and the Bunny Men going on.
What's going on? What's going on?
More echoes, ladies and gentlemen. Any more echoes?
I didn't hear. No, I did not.
Echoes. It's a Pink Floyd album as well, I believe. Echoes. Pretty sure.
What songs were on it?
Can't think of the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure it's a Pink Floyd album. They beat my dad up when he was a kid, and then my dad grabbed my uncle, and the rest was history. Jeez. Yeah. Crazy
You ready
stuff
for this
back
one?
then, man. Yeah.
Which serial killer is represented by a symbol? He was
Was
represented.
what?
He was represented by a symbol. Which serial killer? He would always leave a symbol. It wasn't a fish.
It's not the Zodiac. Are you talking about the
It is
Zodiac?
the Zodiac. It is.
Oh, okay.
El Zodiaco.
Yeah. Berkowitz had symbols and weird things that he would also use in his letters. Like he would have like that, almost like similar to the Zodiac. He would do like this circle with like this cross through it. All types of shit. Echoes is it's a compilation album. Okay, thank you, Proletarian.
Oh, it is crazy. You got 6 different people who got, 5 different people who got the questions. Are you ready for the next
All right.
one?
Born ready.
These are word 2 points. Patrick Bateman is the lead character in this novel / movie. Patrick Bateman is the lead character. Gaslight.
Gaslight says American Psycho. This is right. This is true.
Gaslight with 3 points.
I enjoyed that movie. I thought it had a lot of good points.
Thank you.
You know-
Thank you, Matt. Help us out here. Shout out to Roro if she's listening. We're with you, Roro. Let's not forget Roro.
Of course not. Brett, Crime Spot email. Okay, he sent me an email. All right, hold on. And then we're going to get to this article at some point that we can discuss, and then we will see ourselves out. All right, give me a second, Pro. Let me check out that email. This is unbelievable. I'm going to have to check it on my phone, and I'm going to have to forward it. I can't do this. Let's go to the next trivia. I will do it, but I'm saying internally, I just can't. I can't. Go ahead, Francisco. Get the next trivia.
Robert Ressler coined the term serial killer while working for this organization.
Ooh.
Criminal crime fighting organization. J-Mass, yep. J-Mass with 3 points.
The Federal Bureau of Investigation.
All right, we're almost there. We got 2 more questions. Ted Bundy is referenced in the song Stay Wide Awake by this rapper. Stay Wide Awake by this rapper.
That I'm not. Busta Rhymes? Is that right?
No, Mike.
Tupac?
Tupac. No. Big Daddy Kane. I'm not even gonna try. Scott H. Eminem. That's right. It's Eminem.
Eminem?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I wasn't bringing up the Detroit guy just because we're gonna have a Detroit guy here tomorrow. But we got another one. Ready?
Yes, sir.
This is the last one. Final. If you one of you guys get this, you win. And here it is. Domenico's got 3 points too. So whoever gets this one is a winner. Wiener, Africa Bombata, yeah, and the Soul Sonic Force. In the 2012 movie The Raven, a serial killer is inspired by the work of this author. One of my favorite authors, too. In the movie The Raven, the serial killer is inspired by this one's. Oh, Poe, Damn Funk, and he's the winner. He got 5 points because that was the last one. Damn Funk is the winner.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Tall Tale Heart, Annabelle Lee, and did we mention Black Cat earlier?
Not sure.
All right, what do you got?
So we do want to look at an article. I'm sorry, something happened while I'm on live, and I'm trying to mitigate it. Unfortunately,
Pasta.
motherfucker. All right, hold on. Okay, give me 1 second. Pull out another trivia, please, and then I promise the show's gonna go on.
Another trivia. When are we gonna get another trivia? All right, who threw the last out of the 1986 World Series? That's a sports one. Who threw the last out of the 1986 World Series? It's a classic. I wish I had that picture. Jesse Orozco. Yes, DL. Jesse Orozco. Very good. Don Rickles. Like that. Keith Hernandez. No. That was some World Series. I was watching it the other day. They came back. Bob Stanley, he's the one who gives up the that hit. And he throws that pass pitch. The pass ball. Yeah, that was some game. Two out rally. If you watch that game though, I'm not gonna harp on this all day, but if you watch that game, you remember they had Marty Barrett as the player of the game. I mean, talk about shit to bed on the NBA's NBC network. They're like, and Marty Barrett is the player of the game. No, he wasn't. Bob Stanley was on the mound, and Calvin Schiraldi before him, who was at Met at one time. Crazy game. I knew that game 6. Once that game 6 was over, the Mets, nobody was taking that World Series away from them.
Okay, I'm not echoing, am I?
No.
All right, cool.
No.
Cool.
A little bit.
So as I mentioned earlier, and this will be something that I think we'll start doing on the show. We'll have an archival segment where we'll pull up like old articles having to do with crime, mob, whatever, because some of them are very interesting. This one's very interesting. Of course, you're how old were you in 87?
I'm echoing.
87. How old were you?
Oh, 17.
17. Okay. Frank is echoing now? Fucking StreamYard is crazy.
I don't know.
17. Okay.
I don't think
this article comes out of 1987, and I'm going to share the screen. And we're going to go into this one because it talks about a lot of homicides in one area of Brooklyn up until November of 87. So let's see what we got here. So let's see. We're going to open these up. Okay, and we're going to open this one up. Okay. Okay, so here's the article, ladies and gentlemen. I will zoom in. So you can see that. Let me see how it looks on the screen there. I'll zoom in a little bit more. That's good enough, I think. Is everybody okay with the way that looks there? Okay, so we're going to go into this. So this is an article that was put out in Tuesday, November 3rd of 1987, Frank. Bar owner shot dead, mob-style hit brings count to 12 for 1987. And this is just in one general area of Brooklyn. This is by Charles Seaton and Jerry Capisi. A reputed mob associate was killed gangland style yesterday in a Brooklyn bar. He allegedly operated for Gambino family capo Salvatore Sammy the Bull Gravano, police said. Who the hell knew you? Somebody knew him, Michael Francis. Michael DeBat, the second listed owner of Tally's Bar, actually owned by Gravano, 41, who emerged as a rising star in the Gambino family. So this article, the second listed owner of Tally's Bar to be killed in Michael DeBat is the second listed owner of Tally's Bar to be killed in 2 years. So the other one was, I believe, Joey D'Angelo. Stymie. He was shot in Bensonhurst Bar sometime between 3 and 5 a.m. DeBat was the 12th mob associate to be killed in Brooklyn this year in carnage that law enforcement officials say stems from a breakdown in mob discipline in the aftermath of the convictions of 4 city mob bosses last year. DeBat, 37 of 58th Street of Brooklyn, was discovered. They say it's actually owned by 41-year-old Sammy Gravano, who emerged as a rising star in the Gambino family when John Gotti was in prison while awaiting trial for racketeering, this and that. All right, so I'm going to bring up the other piece of information for you. We're going to zoom in on one part of this article. We'll go through all of these homicides that they happen to be speaking of, Frank, and we'll see if you knew, see if the guests have anything to say about them, and see if you have anything to say about them, Frank. So let's go through this list. So this is a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 of them are double homicides, bringing the list to 12 up until early November in one area, basically one area of Brooklyn. So the first one is Salvatore Scarpa, a reputed Colombo family mobster murdered in Bensonhurst, January 14th. Opinions on that, ladies and gentlemen. Salvatore Scarpa. So this apparently is, well, not apparently, it is Greg Scarpa's brother. There's a lot of things about this one where they think Greg actually knew about this was going to happen, was kind of behind it in a sense. Where does it come from? In that Peter Lance book, they talk about that lady. What's her name? Angela Clemente. Is that her name? She's like a analyst, fucking whatever. Was looking all into this marriage with Greg Scarpa and these informants and whatever, and then ended up. I believe in the book it says it comes from Tommy Dades or something that apparently Philip Paradiso, Mickey Boy Paradiso's brother, might have been the one that actually did this murder, but Greg was in on it and knew about it, which would make sense because he was an informant too. So you got this whole thing of like these informants working for the feds and whatever and committing murders and doing crimes while they're doing it. But I can't say if that's yes, Clemente. Okay, that is her name. Yeah. So I know that she was I forgot, like a forensic analyst or something. I don't know what her title is or whatever. Salvatore probably knew Greg was a rat. Yeah, so that's one of the notions right there. Anything on that, Frank?
No. I didn't even know. I mean, I'm going to be very honest with you. Like, I am with you people. I don't even know he had a brother.
Fair. Pasquale Variali, 28, Bonanno associate, is found bound and shot dead in Flatlands.
Wow, I'm looking at the ages of these big guys.
Well, not the same area. Obviously,
Right.
Flatlands and Bensonhurst, they're not
No.
anywhere near the same neighborhood. So, but in Brooklyn, Pasquale Variali, Bonanno associate, is found bound and shot dead February 14th. So just a month later, another body is dropping on the streets of Brooklyn. Now, this is an interesting one, this Pasquale Variali one, because, Frank, this is one that's like the mob cops are essentially like pretty strongly thought to have committed this homicide, but it's not a part of their convictions. This one. And does anyone know about this one? Pasquale Variali. Giacomo's the new Scarpa. He's a rat before he's a rat. Yeah, that's
He
true.
was a rat before. I knew he was a rat before he.
That's true.
I knew he was a rat before he was a rat.
Yeah.
Sure, because you were probably a rat too.
So this one is basically, this is a weird one. So the notion that the mafia cops did this, I believe, comes from this guy who he owned the garage where the mafia cops would do their dirty shit and murder people and tie people up and shit. And he
Right.
claimed that the night before Variali was found on the streets, bound and tied up, similarly to the way they bound Jimmy Heidel when they delivered him to Casso. He
Yeah.
claimed that night before he was at that garage and they had somebody bound and tied up, fucking dead or whatever, in their possession. And the next morning, the news was this bound and, dead fucking shot up body is found on the streets
Wow.
the very next day. So this is why this is like one of these did the mob cops do it type things or whatever it was. It's definitely brought up. They were never convicted of it, but it's an interesting one for sure. They called him Patty Bulldog, I think. Yeah, interesting. I didn't know that. So Francis James Burke, May 18th. This is one that is probably something you heard about when you were running around, no?
More later on, I went to, like I told you, I went to school with his brother Jesse at Christ the King, and I didn't even know who Jimmy Burke was until I seen the movie, because it wasn't necessarily in my neighborhood. They worked out of like Ozone Park. Hey, Roro, Ozone Park and Woodhaven area in East New York. So I didn't, I wasn't really familiar with them, but they ended up killing him. Some kid over an argument, over a drug deal, they say. And then they got the kid who killed him back. That's what I remember hearing about.
Yeah, and this was the barber shop or whatever
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Something to
yeah,
do with that.
And they ended up getting that guy too. His dad was in jail at the time.
Okay.
The next one is the Carini brothers.
So Vincent Carini and Enrico Carini, 26 and 23, reputed to have ties to Colombo family, are found in the back seats of their luxury cars parked next to each other in Gravesend. This is another interesting one. This sets off a whole fucking dramatic thing. So I actually covered this on my channel. So if you go back to 87, Persigo apparently gives word to Joe Waverly to murder this former prosecutor, William Aaronwald. And apparently Waverly gets the Carinis together to do this. I believe Frank Smith also. This happens in Astoria, Queens. They murder the guy's father by accident.
Right, they got the wrong guy.
George Aaronwald they murder. Not William Aaronwald. They murder George Aaronwald. So this is seemingly why these two people are murdered. Because of that, right? Now we have another Variali on the list. On September 3rd, Carmine Variali, 30, and Frank Santora, 30, 51, described as associated with the Bonanno and Colombo families, are gunned down on Bath Avenue in Bensonhurst. Now, who is apparently responsible for killing the Carini brothers? Carmine Variali, whose relative already appears on this list. And as far as I can remember, then he has to get killed. And just by happenstance, I guess Frank Santora was there. A guy who was doing murders, a guy who is a cousin of Louis Ippolito, by the way, who was involved in some of those murders. He gets murdered too, right there on Bath Avenue. So that's a double right there. Now, coincidentally, Frank,
Yeah.
the woman who was married to Enrico Carini would then end up dating Joe Waverly, who was responsible basically for this whole mess, along with.
And then Dolls.
And then she would kind of have this long relationship with Waverly, and then she would then step away from the mob life and find herself a nice policeman by the name of Ralph Doles. And Frank's cousin would end up killing that guy. Can you believe that? Sorry, I had to throw that in there.
What the fuck? Like I was there.
I had to throw that in there. No. But that is true. Ralph Doles,
Literally,
her later lover, would have to do that.
Come on, Lee.
That was a joke. That was a joke. And I don't believe that he knew that's what that was, by the way, either.
I got a story about that. Me and Joe
Yeah.
Gamali were hanging out at Cypress Avenue, the place his dad had. And fucking these gung ho cops come in there, all fucking crazy and shit. Hey, if you guys know anything about who killed this fucking, we're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Not to know this was up in fucking Brooklyn, and the one cop was like, dude, calm the fuck down. These guys were in Queens. I mean, instead of asking them if they know anything, you're fucking making them hate you, like, you know what I mean? And he pulled this whole fucking big ass fucking thing. You know who was there? One of the Dudley boys, dad, obviously the white one, the Lamonaco, the Dudley boys.
ECW?
Yeah, his dad used to hang out at Cypress Avenue. He comes
Really?
from court.
Was it Spike Dudley's dad?
His name is Lamonaco. Yeah. So he was there too. They come in there and they all fucking doing their bullshit and shit. And I'm like, what the? I had football tickets on me too. It was a Monday night. I went to Grandview, get a whole fucking thing of football tickets. I'm like, have them there on my table, and these cops come in acting like fucking they want to kill somebody. They were after whoever knows anything about this fucking thing. Unbeknownst to me, years later, because I remember they put pictures, if anybody knows anything, unbeknownst to me, my cousin fucking had something to do with that. Small fucking world. That's fucking weird.
Yeah. Look at this. Louis Casman coming through with $100. Thank you, Louis Casman. Wow. That is very kind of you, Mr. Casman. Thank you so much, sir. You will be back on the show soon. And in honor of that, Louis Casman, run it clean, run it fast, man. Louis Casman, go to district, heavy press, man. Spin the drill, let it ride, side by side, the guy tonight. Louis Casman, naming the room. Say it again.
Holy shit. He said another 100.
Spin the dreidel, let it ride, side by side with Gotti tonight. Don't you love that fucking lyric?
Did you hear what I said?
Stop.
He said another 100.
Stop. Louis.
Again. One more time, baby.
No. Thank you, Louis, so much. One more time. All right. Sorry. Here it comes, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go.
Louis Casman. Run it clean, run it fast, man. Louis Casman. Go to district, heavy press, man. Spin the drill, let it ride. Side by side, the guy tonight. Louis Casman, naming the room. Say it again.
Know that last picture
Thank you,
reminds
Louis.
me of? Holy shit.
Fucking
He said another 100.
that's fucking
We can't disappoint.
Louis Casman. Wow.
Louis Cashman. Yeah. All right, here it is.
Louis Casman. Run it clean, run it fast, man. Louis Casman. Go to district, heavy press, man. Spin the drill, let it ride. Side by side, the guy tonight. Louis Casman, naming the room. Say it again. Louis, thank you so much. That means a lot.
Thank you,
man.
Louis. Thank you. That's
Really.
good, brother.
Really,
Thank you, my
man.
friend. Appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot. Tom,
Thank you so much. Proletarian says the Garment Center is sponsoring the show now. Yeah, we got
Yeah.
the Mood Lounge show that might have been made in the Garment Center. We got the shirt back there. And we got
Yes.
Louis Casman. Thank you, Louis. Really.
And Tom,
Wow.
you could. Where's Tom? Tom, you could outdo yourself over here. If
Oh
you're
my God. He's
listening,
echoing in a good way. Yeah. Wow. Thank you, Lewis.
Yeah,
man.
Lewis echoed it 3 times. That's good. Shout out to
Thank you,
Lewis.
buddy.
If you look at that last picture of him, he looks like he's on the lam and he just is in Israel and they're looking for him. They'll never catch him. He's like, he's like
The-
smiling.
The worst is the court sketch they have of him. That doesn't even look. I don't know who the fuck that guy is.
I think that's Garifus, the judge. I was
Yes,
looking.
I believe so.
Is
if I
that
remember
Garifus? Because that was my judge.
Yeah, it's
In
a
the
horrible
Shushan
court
state.
sketch. Louis Kasman has Cosa Nostra crypto coin. I don't think he's an OCN guy. Louis. Thank you. Appreciate it, Louis. Thank you
Tomorrow
so
on the
much.
Shushan state. Or if they want to give him the money, go ahead. Who cares? If they think his show is better than mine, who cares? But I don't think it's good.
Thank you for the membership. You're welcome, Dawn D6805. Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
All right.
Is Lewis related to Chuck Schumer? I don't think so. I don't think he's related to Schmuck Schumer. You like that, Lewis? Schmuck Schumer.
Oh, schmucky boy.
Tom will unpack a dollar bill and it'll take and the Grammy goes to 52 Topics. We would like to accept this award on behalf of Louis Kasman.
Dun, 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 dun.
So yeah, this is a bunch more. Santo Curatolo, that's something I don't know about at all.
Santa who?
Santo Curatolo, described by police as on the fringes of the Gambino family, is found. Wait, hold on one second, man.
Please drop the link quick. This is an emergency. Dun, 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 dun. We'll be right with you, Lewis. Gosh. Can we drop the link
Right.
for Lewis?
He could if he wants to come on.
He does. He's asking.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yeah.
I missed it. I keep getting fucking.
Louis Kasman. I got that fucking song in my head, bro.
Here's the link. All right, let's get rid
Mr.
of
Fish,
this.
how are you, bro? Mr. Fish knew a lot, the Carinis himself. You know that. The Carini brothers,
Uh huh.
he knew who they were.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
Louis, what the
What's
hell?
up?
Louis, what's going on?
How's
Thank you,
everybody?
sir. Very nice of you, buddy.
How you guys
Thank you.
doing?
Appreciate it. Good, good. Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Good, good,
Good,
good. I hope
good,
it
good.
helps.
Oh fuck, we got the echo virus again.
That's from
What
the
if-
heart. That's
But
from
when
the
it
heart.
echoes, it's okay. It depends.
Compliments of me and compliments of John Gotti. Senior.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm glad he approves.
yeah.
I never agreed to
That toy chest I have in the attic went a long way.
Gotcha. What have you been up to? What are you doing, brother?
No, nothing. Just chilling. I was just going on doing some stuff, and I just thought you guys were on tonight.
Yeah. We weren't on Monday, so we because Brett was at the Shy
It's a lot of echo. I just wanted to say hello.
Okay.
And you guys have a good show, and I'll talk to you guys later during the week.
I'll be talking to you later. Later tomorrow.
Okay, talk to you later.
Thank you, Louis.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Louis.
brother.
Thank you.
Nah, he was echoing too. Now I'm echoing
What's up
too.
with the echo? What is
I gotta
that?
leave and come back.
Yeah, they leave and come back. Baby, come back. Oh, you fool can't see. Hey, you guys like any of that yacht rock stuff? I'm an undercover yacht rock guy. You know what I mean?
Definitely a StreamYard issue.
Is it?
I never greenlit. No, Louis, why'd you give them the money? I never told you to give them none.
Yeah.
I never told this motherfucker to
Whatever
give
happened to that guy? That guy was funny. If
What
he
the fuck
wants,
is the matter with you?
what was the silo?
That's no way. I
No,
give
the
you a
old
job. That's no way I give you a fucking job in the garment center. They got the echo disease. James Reynoso. Yo, Peter Smith, what's going on, buddy? Fish, what's going on?
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's StreamYard in the echo today. Trim Master, I can see Lewis selling stocks at the brokerage on the phone with a customer, selling him bullshit lines while on the phone, dancing in the office because he's about to make a sale.
Well, that was really nice of him. Up to today, that's probably the most money somebody gave us on one day, individually,
Yeah, no,
which is
ever,
plenty.
yeah, no,
Which is plenty. which
That
is
was very
plenty.
nice. Yeah, no, listen, you guys know us.
Which
We
is
don't come on
plenty.
here. I mean, obviously, I don't care who asks for money. or
$2
whatever, but,
or $100.
we don't really come
Whatever
on
you
here.
could do, and
Yeah.
I appreciate that. That's really nice.
The way we look at it is if either you could fucking it's not anyway, it's not. You could ask Matt who works for the NSA and deep government intelligence. Kidding, Matt, kidding. This nothing. It's StreamYard. It has nothing. I don't know. I don't know why it started. When I go back to the Shun Shun, I'm looking up Lewis and buying him a drink. Great
Thank
idea.
you. Same thing. I mean,
Great idea. Great idea.
the sunshine, the shy stay.
Great idea.
We're closing into 5,000 subscribers. You know that.
This is true. This is true. Taking a while.
Took us a while, but we're getting there little by little. At least you know we don't fucking cheat.
Yeah. I thought it was too, but I think it kind of just got messed up. Fuck it, I'm gonna bring it back just for the sake of bringing it back. We're gonna go
What's
through the
that?
rest of these fucking murders. Proletarian likes it, so we're gonna bring it back. Here we go. So last we looked, we were up to Santo Curatolo, September 5th. That's a guy I don't know too much about. If anyone has anything on, described as police on the fringes, the Gambino family found fatally shot in Bedford. Then you got Joe Brewster, another guy. They say this guy found God, Frank, and he said they had to kill him. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's how the bomb worked that one
Any
time.
truth to that?
Well, yeah, you show weakness, you go. What
Who
the
knows?
fuck you telling
Who
your
knows?
priest, scumbag?
Another one of those fucking Scarpa jobs. So who the fuck knows? This is something that Fish might know about. So this is a character that is somebody actually that Jimmy Calandra has spoken about 100 million times. This is a guy by the name of Joseph Tekulve, 33 of Bensonhurst. Calandra calls him Joe Pizza. But this is who this guy is that Calandra often speaks about. Joseph Tekulve, 33 years old, October 6th, in Bensonhurst. Reputed Banana family associate is found shot twice in the head in Gravesend. So this is a murder that basically Jimmy says is a karate murder, and then you got that Carlo book who basically says where that comes from.
Right.
Does it come from Ganji? I have no idea, but that was that's apparently.
Dude, you're not gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe this. We interrupt this program. We got $200 more, but at least we only have to play it one fucking time.
Lewis, my God, Jesus, Lewis, you're gonna make me get bar mitzvah, man. I'm gonna have to fucking put this towards my. Thank you so much, Lewis. Unbelievable.
One more time, baby.
I think he just likes the fucking song.
Lewis Cashman, Lewis Cashman, run it clean, run it fast, man. Lewis Cashman, go to district, heavy press, man. Spin the thrill, let it ride, side by side, the guy tonight. Lewis Cashman, naming the rule. Say it again.
Lewis, for the rest of the night, I'm gonna wear this hat in your honor.
Yes.
I will wear this hat for the rest of the night. All Americans have equal rights, guys. Free John. All Americans have equal. You haven't fucking noticed? What is this? Only some have equal rights? Don't all Americans have equal? Only some? Give me a fucking break. All right. Just for you, Lewis. We'll wear this
Thank
hat
you,
for the rest
Lewis.
of the show.
This is
Thank you,
a
Lewis. Like
record.
this?
This is a record. This is a record. Thank you, Lewis.
All Americans have equal rights, all right? Don't fucking forget it. Thank you so much, Lewis. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah. Back to the Dudley boy guy. His dad's name was Tony Lamonaco. He was a regular guy. He used to put the oil in the buildings. He drove an oil truck back in the neighborhood. Sicilian guy. Good guy.
Thank you,
Legit guy.
Lewis. Best guys around. Some are more equal than others. Yeah. Now I have to wear this hat for the rest of the show. Son of a.
You know who the Dudley guy was?
I know the Dudley boys. Yeah, Spike Dudley. The black
Wait.
guy. What's his name?
I don't know.
Devon Dudley. Yeah. ECW. They had the FBI, the full-blooded Italians, Cactus Jack Doodlove.
He was talking about how proud he was of his son one time. He said, "Look, I would have never imagined." He goes, "I never watched wrestling as a kid. He used to go to his gym stuff and everything, and his wife was sick in the hospital one time, and he went to go see his wife. And the son went with him up into the hospital, and all of a sudden, a whole bunch of kids just fucking went up to him. You're the Dudley boy. That stuff. If that was like." I never been so proud of my kid. He goes, "What the fuck's he?" All these kids were just loving him.
Yeah. Equal rights, more like, hey, I get along with everybody. We get along with everybody.
The boys did teach you good.
Bubba Ray Dudley.
Bubba Ray.
Yeah.
From Long Island. Let's get back to our our little mob thing. The names.
Oh, yeah, let me get back to it. Shit balls of fire. All right, so we did Joe Brewster. Then we got Joe Tacolvi, Joe Pizza.
That's not
John
Italian.
Otto Heidel. What?
I don't think he was Italian.
I don't know that last name. I'm not Tacolvi. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
it's got a K. There's
Joe
no K's
Pizza.
in the Italian alphabet.
John Otto Heidel. This is a bypass gang member murdered. Apparently was a rat. Apparently was informing. He was a CI. Apparently he was giving off information. He would be murdered in Marine Park.
Damn.
Then you got Michael DeBat, finally the one that the article started off with. So these are all of the homicides in Brooklyn at that point that they attributed to the mob up until that point. That doesn't include anyone who was not found on the street, those who disappeared, those who ended up in holes, those who were dismembered, never to be seen again. So we could probably maybe revise this list. What year were those killings? 1987, Joe Pastore. 1987.
Mhm.
This is 12 right here. I'd have to see how the rest of the year ended. I'm sure there was a couple of more of them that didn't get to make the list, I'm sure. As I said, some of them probably not found in the street. DL has that song in his head. Louis Casman.
Louis Cat.
Spin the dreidel. Let it ride. Side by side with Gotti tonight. That's my favorite lyric of that song. Brett, so how many Heidels got killed in Brooklyn in a 5-year time? James,
James,
Otto.
James.
Yeah, so different spelling. Different spelling. And only two that I know of. You got Jimmy Heidel in 86, and you got Otto Heidel in 87. Two incredibly different characters. And yes, as you said, names spelled differently. I did a walk and talk for the Otto Heidel through Marine Park. That was one of my favorite videos I've done, actually. Yeah. He was a former Golden Gloves boxer, Otto Heidel, turned electronics expert who worked for the phone company. So what they would have, like some of these banks and stuff and all this stuff, Frank, is they would have like this box out on the power lines that was connected to like the alarms or whatever, and they would have to be professionally installed or whatever. So Otto Heidel, he was in with the phone company, he knew electronics, so he knew how to trick the signal from the
Gotcha.
fucking lines and shit. So who knows? He was probably up there pretending to work or doing whatever, or maybe from inside he was able to do it. But basically, he was tricking the signal, and that was letting them do some of these jobs. Pretty smart guy. Actually, there's Burton Kaplan, the guy who was with helped with the mob cops and everything.
Sure.
He actually tells a story that involves Tommy Patera, that they were at the El Carib in Brooklyn,
Sure.
and
Mill Basin.
he said that he was there. This is what Burton Kaplan testified to this. I don't know how true it is. He said that he was there, and Otto Heidel comes in. And apparently Patera was doing work with that part of the bypass crew, and they were doing Bulova watches, and they stole from the Bulova factory and all this stuff. And he says that Tommy comes in, he goes, Otto, I think you're a stool pigeon. And he would say, Tommy, why would you say such a thing? Just every time something goes wrong, seems like you're involved. And it pretty much spun from there, and eventually the Mafia cops looked into it for Casso, and according to the mob cops, Yeah, he was in fact informing. He ended up dead. He got to play a little game of handball in Marine Park. He walked across the street and he was killed. Lewis, who left the fattest envelopes to John? That's a good question. Michael DeBat was killed in hell. Yes, he was. That's another video on NYC Crime Spot. I go inside Tally's, what it is now. We eat the Chinese food that is being served there. It's good. We go in there. We get a look at the place. Thank you. Check it out. That song makes me want to roll the dice. Yeah. Insane amount of killing. Yeah.
Michael DeBat's sister, she's another one. She goes after Sammy a lot. I don't know if she has recently. I don't even know if she's around, but she's another one that goes after Sammy a lot.
Yes, his brother did get killed. That is very true. Hey, speaking of daughters going at people or whatever, did you see on one of these fucking mob groups? I thought I was like fucking seeing wrong. On one of these mob groups on Facebook, one of these fucking degenerate groups, I see this post talking shit about Calandra and going hard. I'm like, all right. And then the name says Jill Spiro.
I seen that. I did see that.
And I started going down the fucking Jill Spiro Calandra beef fucking. I was like, is this even real? Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
that's who that is.
No, I know it's real, but I was like, what the fuck?
I think
Screaming
we
about the
covered-
rats and this and that and this and all of that. It's like, listen, do whatever you want. That's your dad. You have a different opinion of him, but you're also like 70 years old on Facebook screaming about the rats.
I believe she's a horse trainer or something. When the horses passes away, she sends them to Danny Trio.
I knew the Carini brothers. They were under Greg Scarpa Sr. Interesting, Pat. Interesting, Pat.
They were
Is
in
Kaplan
the,
a common name? I seen that. Yeah, it's for Jewish people. Yeah, it's kind of common. Yeah.
they were an interesting pair. You know who knew them well? I believe the Drum Capella talks about them.
Yeah, he knew a lot of these people there too.
A friend, Drum Capella, yes. Shout out to Drum. I haven't seen him in a while.
Did you go to the basement of Tally's? No, I couldn't get down to the basement, unfortunately. Taylor says he called her a lesbian. Well, listen, I don't know. I don't know if she's
She
a
does give that
lesbian
vibe.
or not, but our stance here at 52 Topics has been simple from the beginning.
If you want to be gay, be gay.
It has nothing to do with us. You're open to
Whatever the fuck you want to be.
do whatever the fuck you want. I mean, you could,
He wanted to kill your sister's ass.
kill your sister's ass for all we care.
Yeah, some of my best friends are lesbians, so that
Yeah.
don't bother me.
Yeah.
And even if it did, that says a lot about me, which is not. I like everybody. Everybody's
You like
entitled to
everybody.
whatever the fuck they want to do. That's it. I don't give a fuck what you do. When I went into the Witness Protection Program, the only people that were fucking really cool were people who didn't know me and had enough problems of their own. I got to know them. They were cool with me, and I'm friends with them forever. And that's where I'm at.
For those of you just joining us, I'm wearing the stupid Gotti hat because Louis Casman donated $500 to the show tonight. So don't get on me about the hat, please. Please. It's a piece of history. I shouldn't even be wearing it. Brett, are you guys that talked about Spiro dating Dan Grimaldi, Sopranos famed sister? I wouldn't
Who?
know. I'm not sure. Brett, are you the guys that talked about Spiro dating Dan Grimaldi of Sopranos famed sister? I don't know. Do you know anything about that, Frank?
I do not know. No, I never talked about that.
Yeah, I don't think it was us. I mean, I'm not deep on the inner Spiro lore. Maybe Frank might know a little bit more. What's up, Michael Blaine? Good to see you, buddy. Frank knows lesbians. Yep.
Yeah.
Frank
Yeah.
has to be pro-gay so the lesbians don't bully him at work. Of course.
Sometimes.
At the end of the day.
At the
At
end, of the day.
No, some of my dearest friends, they're in that
Yeah,
community.
like I said, I don't really care. Doesn't bother me.
You
Grimaldi was a teacher at Kingsborough. Grimaldi or Grimaldi?
Grimaldi,
Grimaldi. Interesting.
the artsy fartsy world. The Bohemians. That I lived in all Bohemian neighborhoods.
But yeah, Pro, send those articles. I didn't mean to skip over your comment before. If you like the segment, I know you would like the segment.
If you like that
Please.
kind of stuff.
Sammy probably had a room in the basement that he used for activities like that scene in Pulp Fiction. Yeah.
Bring out the GIMP. I think it's time to bring out the GIMP.
Please don't disrespect him. We're
If
gonna need him again.
I
He's
know
my gimp. He might be a gimp, but he's my gimp.
we put him in a rubber suit and we
nickname him Shabetta.
we suck all the air out of it and we make it nice and tight and we hang him up from the wall and we have our way with him. I'm not talking about the way that Roy would do it. We're doing something a little different.
I promise I won't kill you.
Frank, can you imagine how easy it would be to crime in your city up there? They have no clue what they're doing. Frank, can you imagine how easy it would be to crime in your city up there? You know what that means?
Seattle is probably crime pro crime, you know. Not where I'm at though. Where I'm at, it's like fucking stormtroopers. There's not much crime that they're basically fucking drunk cops. That's what they are. I mean, you know when you're in a neighborhood that doesn't have a lot of crime. You know when a cop passes by, he just keeps going in a crime, and with cops, where there's a lot of crime. Where I live, there's hardly no crime. They look at you. They want you to fucking say something or do something. They're just steroid heads and very mad. Then you go to Seattle, you got the old time like Hell's Kitchen cops, you know, fucking down in the village. They're like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. I gotta go home at the end of the day, I get a paycheck.
Sammy mentioned Dan Grimaldi and his sister in his book by calling him a computer whiz and alluded to stupid sister. Yeah.
Cool.
That's the way it was back then, Bo.
Mr. Smith in the house. I would say maybe he's bombed, but he was sober as a judge, just in a giving mood. Yeah, that could be it. That could be it.
Itty bitty's here.
Do you even crime, bro? Itty bitty Nina, thank you for joining the show.
Yes.
I'll remind everybody for the next 5 minutes. I'm wearing this stupid John Gotti hat for a reason. Louis Casman donated $500 to the show. So that is why I have this 1991 or 2 era oddly shaped trucker hat on my fat head.
And he wasn't drunk, believe me.
Okay. Media assets. Let's see what we got here. We'll stay on for a little bit longer, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming up on 2 hours. It was a productive show. Pro, send me some articles too. If you guys have any of that, we're gonna do the archival segment that's coming to the show. I was wondering about that. Yeah, Nita, this is one of those John Gotti barbecue hats that they gave out to the neighborhood.
Miss you, babe, miss you. Itty, what's going on? That's she's got a great video voice. She has a great voice for this.
Yes.
Miss you. Good to see you, babe. Good to see you. Very pretty woman as well. Like all the women.
She does have a good voice. I never thought about that. Now that you say that, she does have a very good, like, friendly, nice voice.
Relax.
Nita, I could see you like introducing, like, fucking, like being like an MTV VJ or something. Like, next video coming up. You kind of have that nice voice. I could see that. Maybe get into that. Gunsmoke would love it. I mean, he's like a OG Carson Daly loving TRL failing motherfucker. He had his moment on TRL that he so failed at. We could talk about that later on, though. He's talked about it enough.
John Gotti was.
What are you laughing about?
John Gotti was not gay.
The gimp's name, I said it. I can't believe I said that.
Yeah, you have a radio. You have one of those voices where it's kind of almost impossible to tell what you look like. You could literally be any.
I would love for you to come up, but
race,
the whole
anything.
fucking thing, we start echoing.
You're having an echo problem, itty bitty Nita, but you can come on if you want. We can give it a shot if you want. Give us a thumbs up. We'll let you pop on for a second. We're heading out, but if you want to share that great radio voice, by the way, I've been also told that perhaps I have a nice radio voice. Perhaps you guys might turn on the radio tonight and you might hear this. Would that be something you'd be interested in listening to? Let me know. Come in and echo. Give us the echo 52. I'm at my second job. Just all right. 2 jobs too. Jeez. See this? 2 jobs. Hard worker. Great voice. My parents had to be Spanish voice acting segment when I was a kid. It was like an ad for. Oh, really? Spanish? Yeah. Amiga se pega. Exitosa 98.7.
La Mega.
Exitosa 98.7. That's my new radio station today. I love that voice. I love that voice. I love that radio station. Brett has a good audiobook voice. Bresky, can you fill in for Art Bell on Cosia? Rest in peace, Art Bell. Yeah, we can do a little Art Bell. Yeah. So you're telling me, I don't think I can get his voice. So you're telling me these aliens came to you at night and you haven't been the same since. Is that true? Is that what you're telling me? And they anally probed you 3,000 feet above sea level. Interesting. I do believe we were called the hot chicks for Gunsmoke. Nina is the original queen of smokes. Yeah.
That's right, Ro. What else we got?
I think that's about it. 2 hours in the
The
making.
show tomorrow. Remember that. So, guys,
Yeah,
we have another show tomorrow.
We're doing a members only show tomorrow. We're working hard over here. We are doing a members only show tomorrow. We're supposed to have Dr. James Buccellato to continue on some of our serial killer conversation. We'll talk about the Idaho 4 case. If you guys don't know who Dr. James Buccellato is, he's been on the show before. He is a mob historian. He is an author. He is a doctor. He is a professor. He is a criminologist. He is a lot of things. So you might want to bounce some of your ideas off a person like
He might be
bounce some of
pro-gay.
your ideas off somebody like that's head. You know, you bounce them right off his fucking head, and then he might give you a good answer. What do you think about that?
Yes. I do.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Well,
Oh my God, Bo.
you sounded like Loman for a second there. Thanks. That's pretty good. That's not bad.
Well, you know what it is my mother, she was having a heart attack. And for
I'll
4
take it.
minutes, I was
It is.
trying to think.
It is
And-
what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It
For
is
4
what it
minutes,
is.
I was thinking, what should I do? I just wanted to get rid of her. I mean, you believe that motherfucker? I was listening to that. Who the fuck talks about his mother like that?
I'll get some articles. Thank you, but thank you. And we got a write up coming up tomorrow. Michiganese, yeah, he's Michiganese. Malvo DC
Michiganese.
sniper. Oh, Lee Boyd Malvo, the DC sniper. Looks like Pasta Batate is in the spree killer conversation that occurred about an hour and 38 minutes ago. But we love you anyway. Thank you, Blaine. Appreciate you, my man. Appreciate you, my man. Appreciate you, my man. Listen, we want to thank everybody for hanging out. Let me give some special thanks to
The shy
Soto for being a member for 10 months. That is phenomenal. We want to give a big thank you to DL for gifting a 52 topic membership. That is phenomenal. Louis Casman, he hit us with 100 spot at 8:06 p.m., 100 spot at 8:08 p.m. He hit us with 100 spot at 8:09 p.m. And then finally, at 8:07 p.m., 8:17 p.m., Louis Casman came back with $200, bringing the grand total of Louis Casman donations to the show to 500 fucking dollars.
Louis Casman, Louis Casman, run it clean, run it fast, man. Louis Casman, Golden District, heavy press, man. Spin the dreidel, let it ride, side by side with Guy tonight. Louis Casman, naming the rules. Say it again.
That's right,
Louis-
proletarian. It is dreidel time, baby. It is
Louis-
dreidel time. Thank you so much. Thank you, Michael Blaine. Thank you, Scott H. Francisco, the Bull Horner. You're a little late to the show. I've been hearing a couple things about you. Been hearing a couple things about you, Horner, but we get it. We understand what's going
We
on.
love you. We love
We
you.
understand what's going on. To make a long story short, we understand what's going on over here. Joe
You-
Pistori, appreciate you, my man. Griffin Street, Michael Blaine, Scott H. The show is dedicated to Lewis. And once again, that's why I'm wearing this hat. Roro G. Horner, you doing well, my friend? Yes, he did not get a membership. We gave out 10. DL gifted one. Horner did not get one.
Me so horny. Me love you long
Oh,
time.
me so Horner.
Me so
Oh, me so Horner. Oh.
Me love you long time.
5 memberships, 2 buku. Oh, me so Horner.
Me
Oh,
love you like Jimmy Easy. Me so horny. Me so horny.
Bro, this fucking this show is sick. This is a sick show.
Crazy. This is
Taylor
kind
Village, appreciate it, my man. Donation aren't membership donations the same. So membership donations are. So the money that you pay that you're putting towards that is the money we'll get for that membership. That is true. But not the ones that we give away. That's not money. That would just be like printed free money. YouTube would never let you do that. Oh, me so horn.
He thought Francisco, me love you long time. Jimmy Easy. He's so horny. He hire Horner to be a moderator. Me so horny.
Soul Brother, Tubuku. They were saying Jimmy Easy looks like loves DC Sniper. This guy's still back over an hour ago with the DC Sniper. So we'll end with Pasa Batate. Hopefully he hears this. DC Sniper is interesting because the attacks were part of a scheme to kill his estranged wife or gain custody of his children, intending to make her death look like part of a random domestic terror. Ooh, that is interesting. I think Lee Boyd Malvo will get out of prison sometime in his life. Me so
I
hungry.
believe so, but it's not going to be very, very soon. But I believe he will be.
Me too. Roro G dancing the night away. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I think we had a fun show. We will be back for members only tomorrow around the same time. We hope that if you're a member, you will be there. We hope that if you're not a member, maybe you'll listen to tonight's show and you said, wow, you know what? I really think I should be a member of that show. All right. Free John A. Light, as DL said. Hey, Charles Nicholas, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. DL says free John A. Light. All right, we'll end on that. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. Love you all.